So it's not common for me to revisit any of my decks that I've previously made, especially not in this short of a time frame, but I had to revisit this one because I had way too much fun with it when I made it, and I absolutely fell in love with the new Planeswalker Ellywick. So today we're talking about another Ellywick deck, and it is going to be ABZAN again, but this one's going to be a little different. Cue the intro, let's talk about it. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. Today we're yet again revisiting an ABZAN list, another control type shell with an Ellywick in the 4-drop slot. I just couldn't help myself, guys. Ellywick is too fun of a card for me to play. I actually had 4 copies in this deck previously, but it just didn't make a whole lot of sense, and I had to cut it back, had to calm down a little bit, but I really like this card a lot, and I think it's a lot of fun, especially in a really control shell. Before I dive in, as always though, guys, and break this thing down, if you're not already subscribed to the channel, I just ask if you take a moment to do so. I'd really appreciate it. It helps support the content, and if you hit that little notification bell, you'll be notified whenever I post a video, which is 3 times a week. And then to my members, there should have been a video either out today or yesterday, box opening. To all of my Marty Mob members, you have a new box opening video, so be sure to go check that out if you're part of the Marty Mob. If you want to become a part of the Marty Mob to get that extra content, be sure to hit that join button down below or the link in the description. You can become a Marty Mob and help support the channel. All right, guys, let's talk about it. This list is very similar, like I said, to the previous one prior, but there are some key differences. The first key difference is that it's a snow deck. We have some really good threats here in Faceless Haven, and I really wanted to utilize that because of the Blood in the Snow. Those are kind of the snow package. That's the snow package plan we have here, because we are running, as you can see, 3 Onyxes as well on the top end. And with us running 2 different Planeswalkers, I would really like to be able to grab them back with the Blood in the Snow, because unfortunately in this meta, there are actually a lot of answers. It seems like our opponents are answering our Planeswalkers quite often. So Blood in the Snow is a great way to just get them back and reoccur that value over time. At the same time, it's a really great board sweeper, seeing we were constantly running up against mono white and mono green. But the snow package is really nice because of the Faceless Haven as well. We also run 2 Tyrants. I don't usually start with the lands, but that's one of the main key differences here. Some other key differences are the fact that we run Cram Session, another card that I'm actually really falling in love with here, especially in this build, because it's something that we can always cast at a sorcery speed to trigger our Onyx if we have no interactions, because you see we have a lot of removal. If we have no interactions for Onyx to do, and we really need to keep ticking our opponent for that 2 damage, Cram Session is a great way to do that. At the same time, it gains us 4 life for 2 mana, which is so huge, especially, you know, early game. If we can drop 2 of these and, you know, go into our sideboard and grab like 2 environmental sciences over time, we're going to be at, you know, 10 plus health before we even get started, which is plenty of time to get us ramped up into our removal spells like our Shadows Verdicts and our Blood in the Snow. And then of course we just have a ton of spot removal. We got the Vanishing Verse, which is great. Poison the Cup for those lands, those Faceless Havens that we can't hit with the Vanishing Verse. Another card that can't hit the Faceless Haven is Expel, because it's a new white removal card from Strixhaven where the creature needs to be tapped, but for 3 mana, being able to exile a creature is huge. I'm really into a fan of the exiling, if you can't tell, because Old Growth Troll, hate that card. And the fact that it can keep coming back is really annoying. I also run 2 Baleful Masteries for the Planeswalkers on the on that end, as well as for, you know, the exiling effect. We've got 1 Hagra Mauling as a land, which is nice for some spot removal. So now here's how we close out the game. Obviously we have Ellywick Onyx trying to close out the game with those 2 cards. We're casting spells for the Onyx's Magecraft, trying to alter. At the same time, Ellywick's gaining us a lot of value through the dungeon, but also we have 3 Starnheim Unleashed. This card is not only going to close out our games for us when we get enough mana, but at the same time, you're going to see in the first game, this is really good against the Prismari Dragons, the Izzet Dragons with the Goldspan Dragons. So this is a really good way to protect our Planeswalkers. At the same time, no Goldspan Dragon wants to trade off with the token, but unfortunately they're going to have to sometimes with the Starnheim Unleashed, which is really nice for us, because that matchup was honestly one of the toughest matchups for us. On the same token, the control shells, those Izzet Dragons that run counter spells, things like that, Humiliate is another great tool in the deck. It's also another great card like the Cram Session that we can constantly run with the Onyx, and just, you know, we don't really need a board to interact with. So lastly, we have our sideboard. We have 2 environmental sciences, 1 reduced to memory for those exiling effects for those, you know, artifacts, those enchantments, whatever you can't get rid of. This is a great way to deal with it. Containment Breach for the same thing. We've also got Introduction of Prophecy for some card draw, Mascot to finish a game, and then of course a Confront the Past to get back our Planeswalkers. But that's gonna do it, guys. That's the deck breakdown. I try to move fast here because we have a lot of gameplay footage to get through today, and then we'll see you guys back here at the end for some final thoughts. Lastly, I know I said it on the last video, huge shout out to you guys. We just hit 3,000 subscribers. I love you guys so much. I can't thank you enough for that. I hope to see some of you guys tonight in the live stream. We'll celebrate together. I think we're gonna be running some meta decks, but climbing the ranks, but hope to see you guys there, and we'll see you at the end here for some final thoughts. Peace. All right, guys, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. I've been struggling with this recording here for a little while, so hopefully we can get something going with this deck. Man, we've just been struggling a lot lately just because the meta is already so solid now. It's like if we're not playing a meta deck or some version of a meta deck, you know, we just lose. But look at this hand. Anyways, I'm recording pretty late right now, and hoping I can get at least a win right now, and then I'll pick this recording up tomorrow, hopefully. And yeah, man, hopefully we can get a good dub here. And I think I got a deck here that's pretty good. Plus, we're playing a card I absolutely love, Ellywick, and I know we just did an Abzan list with Ellywick in it, but I couldn't resist, man. I had to do it again. Had to give it another shot. Opponent says nice. I wouldn't say nice just yet. I got probably one of the worst starting hands you can possibly have, and it was with one of my mulligans. Let's go grab a black source here. All right, so we've got Ellywick, Professor Onyx, we got the Planeswalkers. Now we just need to get the cards to get us there. This is like the 20th time I've run into these Is It Dragons lately. It's a really tough deck for us to beat too, because we run a lot of you know, spells and things like that. So counter spells are huge in the Is It Dragons, so don't like that. I'm gonna just foretell both of these real quick. Take a turn off, say go. The Starnheim Unleashed could help us a lot in this matchup because these dragons are obviously big 4/4s, and you know, would be nice to. Yeah, I'm afraid it's gonna get countered. I'm really afraid it's going to get countered, but I am still going to slam it because next turn the gold span comes down. So, I mean, if we force a counter out of our opponent's hand though too, it's still not bad. It's just nice. Okay, I needed those to resolve badly. All right, so it's a Behold the Multiverse and probably an Allrun's Epiphany. All right, these are going to do wonders for us in this matchup. They're going to protect our Planeswalkers really well. Should have grabbed the green source in the sideboard there, I guess, before that black source. But you know what? We're all right. We're doing okay. We've got the Expel, which is nice because we can exile, you know, their creatures when they attack and whatnot. So nice. We find a green source right off the top. Things are looking up, guys. They're looking up. Do we play the Ellywick now? The Ellywick's protected, and it is the thing I would rather get countered over the Onyx. So let's play the Ellywick and see if it resolves. If it does, we get such long-term value out of it that I just, you know, I'm happy. I'm happy either way. I think this is a better play. Nice. Nice. And of course, we're going Dungeon of the Mad Mage, everybody, because Dungeon of the Mad Mage is for the greedy players. It's the longest dungeon, but it's also got the most value attached to it. So that's why we choose it. Plus, by the way, guys, these angels have vigilance. Good luck with that. I can attack all day long until you want to deal with them. One Dragon's Fire. Okay, Goldspan Dragon shown. Sure. You got another one, don't you? You have another one, don't you? Why not? Why the heck not? You know what, though? One card for two is still good in my book, right? Here comes the Goldspan Dragon. It's going to hit my Ellywick. They're going to get a treasure. They can't cast the Allrun's Epiphany just yet, and we know that's not a foretold counterspell, right? Because we would have definitely seen it. So, I think actually what I'm going to end up doing here is I am going to kill the Goldspan with this. Or do I go with the Angels again? Tough decision, man. Really tough decision. Let's go ahead and scry real quick. What's on top of my deck here? Another Starnheim. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. So here's what I'm thinking, guys. If I play the Professor Onyx, our opponent, because we're going to -3, right? Our opponent is going to either all runs Epiphany and run our Onyx over with the birds, or they're just going to activate their Faceless Haven and attack it. If I do this, I've got bodies. Yeah, let's do this. I think this is the better play. I don't like it. It feels awkward, but I do think it is the better play than the Onyx. I would have liked to do the Onyx -3, get rid of the gold span. Anytime the gold span is still sitting out here, I have an issue with that. Because it's just generating treasures for our opponent. But our opponent, I mean, they're going to unload their hand if they have, you know, the mana to do so anyways, which I'm sure they have plenty of mana to do whatever they want with this turn. We're for sure seeing all runs Epiphany here, but are they going to attack with the dragon now? At least we have a creature in front of them to make them contemplate if it's a good decision or not. So that's nice. Starnheim Unleashed coming up big in these Is It Dragon matchups, man, for sure. Let's just hope at this point, though, we don't draw a Shadow's Verdict, because it's not a helpful card at all for me or my opponent. That's probably the deadest card in my deck. Alright, there's the All Runs Epiphany. We knew it was coming, and they hard casted from their hand, which means they still have the one over here, so they're going to get a couple of turns here, which is fine. It's all good. See, we kept them off of attacking, so that's fantastic. That's all that matters, right? If they play the All Runs Epiphany before they attack, typically means they're not going to attack. They always, because you usually want to try to attack your opponent, see what they do, and then not give away your game plan fully. Interesting. So they send all. I'm happy with that. That's fine. I have another Starnheim Unleashed coming down the pike. Plus, if I can get rid of a Goldspan Dragon and your land, that's pretty big time. That's pretty big. They foretell another card here. Okay. Are we going to get triple all-run Epiphany here? Because that would be really annoying, but we do have 27 life. Alright, cool, cool. Cool, cool, cool. Alright. I think we just slammed this. Slammed this and forced them to deal with it, because our opponent here is going to have to hit this with some serious firepower, because those two birds aren't going to cut it, and we took away their land. Like I said, Shadow's Verdict not very good here. Let's just get the Hagra Mauling and actually play it for land. The more land, the better. Humiliate, fantastic here, by the way. Are they going to double Frostbite? I mean, if they double Frostbite, again, 2 cards for 1, I can always be happy with that. Still don't think our opponent has the counterspell, because they would have countered the Onyx last turn. So I'm feeling pretty good about these being either Behold the Multiverses or All Runs Epiphanies. So we're going to expel that Goldspan Dragon. Get that out of here. That's out. And they're going to get another treasure, though. And we are going to humiliate. See what that last card is. I probably actually should have saved this for when they hit that Behold the Multiverse, right? Yeah, I probably should have. Shoot. Yeah, it's kind of a weak grab there. Still at 24 life total, though, and we've taken care of 2 Goldspan Dragons and an All Runs Epiphany. I like that feeling. And we know these foretold cards are not counterspells, so we're about to get some serious angels going here. 3 to be in fact. 3 to be exact. Jesus, late, man. I'm saying some weird stuff. Alright, they're scrying. This is what we call desperation, baby. Do they run? Have we seen Draconic Intervention? We have not. That could be something we may be a little upset if we see, but do they have a 4-mana spell outside the... Yeah, they do. They have Behold the Multiverse. Are you kidding me? Alright, the 3rd Goldspan Dragon is here. Whatever. I'm ready to deal with it. Let's go. The 3rd Goldspan Dragon. To be fair, we did draw 3 Starnheim Unleashed, but it is really annoying still. All right, so they are all run epiphanies that were in their hand here. So we're about to see the third all run epiphany and the third Goldspan Dragon. You hate to see it. You absolutely hate to see it. All right, we're gonna grab this bad boy. All right, confront the past. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I can't grab Liliana just yet. Let's grab a couple of attacks here, see what they want to do with the blocks. They're probably gonna just throw all their birds in front of it. Or their Goldspan, okay. Ah, interesting. Interesting. I don't mind that at all, if I'm being completely honest. I just removed their entire board state with not doing anything. All right. I think I'm actually gonna take the Ellywick. I think I'm gonna take the Ellywick here, guys. Opponent has no Faceless Havens, no interaction with their lands at all, and I'm sure that the last card that they have there, Foretold, is definitely going to be that All Runs Epiphany. We're going to create a treasure because there's no creatures to put a no attack, no block on. Card for card, I think I had the better one here. I have the Blood in the Snow, which is basically a Liliana. And again, 2 All Runs Epiphanies, 3 Goldspan Dragons. Their deck is completely depleted at this point. I haven't seen any counter magic, which is crazy, but that's a pretty solid find if you ask me. See what that card is that they scried to the top. If this is a saw it coming this whole time, I'm gonna be baffled. Alright, so they throw that back. Oh, they throw back my Ellywick. Oh, that's actually really smart. I was like, Ellywick back down though. Not getting rid of her that easily, my friend. Don't need that. Expel might be pretty good. Expel's nice. Just in case they top deck that Goldspan again, we want to make sure we deal with it permanently. Here comes the all runs. They're ready to play it finally because they're desperate. That's a desperation all run epiphany right there. And they could actually be. They could have been doing some upkeep scrying, but they haven't been doing that. Let's venture again. Let's play the top 2 cards, see what's going on up there. Let's see what's going on top of our deck here. We get a free land, sure thing, and then we can't play the Excel because nothing's tapped. Let's get in there for an attack. All right, I'm taking it that we're probably going to win this game. And so like I said, guys, there might be an outfit change here. I have to go to bed after this. This is my very first game where we're actually feeling like the deck is coming together solidly. So I think we have something good here and pretty excited about it. So the next gameplay footage you'll see is me tomorrow, and I'll probably be speaking a lot louder because it's not going to be so late. They kill my Faceless Haven. Fair enough. Fair enough. My Angel's still out there doing work, though. They're really grinding this game out, though. Kind of frustrating. Kind of frustrating. Blood in the Snow not looking so great, but I mean, it is, like I said, it is an Onyx if we want to get it, if at any point we feel like it's necessary. But I mean, I took out, they literally only have 1 Goldspan, 1 all runs left. There's nothing left that their deck really can do. That's their big combo, so. And we're still at 26 life total, which is phenomenal. Thanks to our cram sessions, man. Those are nice. Gained 8 life. Went to the sideboard. They divide by 0 because they have to, or else that card would have been gone. So stopping me from using my mana efficiently. Ooh, and they're going to give me a card to kill my Angel. I don't know if that was the play, but I can see why they do it, though. Ah, they're not going to do it just yet. They're going to take 5 from the top. So they're looking to probably exile the Ellywick instead. But I don't know if there is a right decision here, actually. The Angel's not a good decision. The Ellywick's, you're kind of screwed if you do, screwed if you don't, you know? I'm super happy the way this played out, though. The Starnheim Unleashed was the answer I was looking for, man, because this is a deck kept beating my my previous list, and it's because I didn't run Starnheim. And now that we have Starnheim, I feel a lot better. Did they draw a counterspell finally? They sure did. Wow. Okay. Okay, well, Expel's no good against their Faceless Haven, and neither is Vanishing Verse, so that's pretty annoying. But it can't get through my Angel either, but I'm sure my Angel's about to get exiled. It's all good. No matter which way you look at it, we've got so many different ways we can win the game. We could blend the snow if they kill my Angel, get back our Onyx, and then just start casting spells to just, you know, kill our opponent through the Magecraft ability, which is kind of how this deck was built around. It's built around that Magecraft ability. Alright, there's the exile. We draw a card. I mean, for one Angel token to get a free card for our opponent to waste 5 mana on it, going all the way to the sideboard, that's such a huge victory for us there. And we draw Poison the Cup, by the way, which I don't know if you guys noticed. That will handle the Faceless Haven. Don't think they have an answer for this, because most of their removal is going to be through burn spells, and can't say there's going to be enough burn spells in one card to kill my Onyx here. Dang, what a long first game. I apologize for the length of this first game, but I promise we get some good games in here, man. I promise. They just don't want to. They don't want to lay down and just die, man. Just die already. Taking damage from this. Boom. We might see the scoop here, hopefully. Now that they know, hey, we're not going to kill this Onyx. It's a wrap. We'll see. That's the goal. Baleful Mastery in hand. Can I find something to kill him with? Humiliate? That'll work. That'll work.
There has to be an answer here.
Crush the Weak. That's an unfortunate looking hand, my friend. Very unfortunate hand. Onyx looking really good and primed to win this game. All I gotta do is cast one more spell. So honestly, I kind of hope they get a gold span off the top here, man. So I can have something to target with my spells. There it is. There's the scoop. Finally. All right. Game number 1. Full success. I'm going to bed. I'll see you guys tomorrow. You guys won't know the difference though, because the magic of editing, baby. See you on the next game. And day number 2. Check that out. It's like I never left. Look at that. So, if I remember correctly, we won a pretty long game. So, that's good. Let's see if we can't keep some wins going here, because I know we're at the bottom of freaking platinum right now. That doesn't feel good. This is an interesting hand because I have the Verdict. If this is an aggressive matchup, we have a really good hand. But if it's not an aggressive matchup, we don't have a great hand. I'm gonna mulligan this. Let's be smart, Matthew. That's not a good hand. This is much better. Not a whole lot better, but it's definitely better than the previous. So can foretell a Poison the Cup, which is nice. Little spot removal to keep us, you know, keep us going for a minute. If we need to pop a early Starnheim, that's also fine. Keep us alive. And it is mono white. Who would have guessed it? Pretty sure I did. I'm just assuming it's mono white. This is actually not Snowlands, so it might not be mono white. I would assume that's not now at this point because they didn't play anything by turn 2, which is very odd. Okay, it's Azorius Control. Oh, it's a... Okay, we're playing dungeons. We're running a dungeon list, are we? I need to draw some things of value. I need to draw some things that draw me some things. You know what I'm saying? Would really like to see maybe a Ellywick off the top, but then I don't have enough green for it, so maybe not. Maybe we need like a I don't know. What do we want to see off the top here? Can't play an Onyx yet. Kind of got awkward mana, to be honest. I know we have a lot of dual lands here. I just need to find that second green source, man. Whenever Gargoyle enters the battlefield, venture into the dungeon. Oh, this is that one that's an 0-4. Okay, I got it. I know which one that is. That becomes a flyer if they complete a dungeon. So they're an Esper list that focuses solely on dungeons, which is pretty cool. Discard a card? Sure. I'm actually going to discard this because I may want to get this out like next turn. Actually, maybe not. Maybe I don't want to get that out. Let's just kill this right now. Because if we allow that to stay alive, it's going to venture again. I'm just going to get rid of these. I have the verdict. I don't need any more removal. I need things that give me value over time. That is something that does those things. I actually think I'm going to pop this and start pressuring our opponent here. I got to imagine, though, they run like Doomscar, right? Well, kind of tricky. Kind of tricky. I don't know what to do. I'm gonna run it out though. This is a awkward situation. I think, you know, having the mulligan in the beginning the way we did, and then not even getting a very good second hand, never really feels super great. But you know what? We're gonna keep doing what we're doing. We're gonna try our best. That's really annoying that has 5 toughness. But you know what? It doesn't have flying, so I can still go over the top and still leave these back for blockers. But I can't get in with the Faceless Haven, which kind of stinks. Let's go ahead and get those in there, though. Nothing to bring back with Blood in the Snow. Not too excited about that. Would really, really like to find something good, man. An Onyx would be preferable at this point in the game. It's pretty good, man. For them having an adventure, or a venture, I always call it an adventure, but it's actually a venture list. It's pretty cool. The fact that they run things like this is kind of odd, but you know what? Pretty cool. So they are going to attack with the giant. Interesting choice. I mean, it's not that interesting. I guess I would too. Makes sense. They got themselves down to 9 though already with the Tomb of Annihilation. Yikes. And so this only has hexproof when it's untapped, huh? That's not very good. I think we got him. I think it's pretty open and shut here, if I'm being honest. So if they can't deal with the flyers here, they're in a lot of trouble. But they do complete the dungeon on this next one, which does make that gargoyle a flying creature. So all they got to do is attack with the paladin, and they got, oh, and there's their second flyer. All right. They're not big enough, though, to kill my angels, so that's good. Oh, they are big enough. Oh, they get pumped by the paladin's ability. Not bad, not bad. Not bad. Do they have any land creatures? No, they don't. What is this? This is just a dual land. They have the amulet. They're going to try to make this hexproof, but I'm just going to sweep the board next turn. So I am definitely throwing some blockers out here. Okay, they're not going to swing all here, huh? They're going for the Mad Mage, which is a longer road. It's a much longer road here to gain value as far as completing dungeons go. They don't want to die, obviously, is why they didn't swing in here, but they're going to regret potentially not. I have nothing to bring back with the blood, so we're definitely going to throw down the verdict here. Because I also don't want to see those things again, you know? Just don't want to see them again. Nice. They empty out their hand. They give the hexproof. They have no idea we have another sweeper here ready to go for them. Still not great. Would have liked to see a much cleaner victory here, if I'm being honest. Any sort of creature they play at this point, I was going to say, has the ability to get hexproof. And the Baleful Mastery would have been no good unless, of course, they attacked. But either way, we'll take the W. Kind of a weird game there, but we'll take it. We'll take it. Felt like we got no value that game. Felt like we were just kind of drawing dead there. So hopefully this game's a little bit better. Hopefully we can go to our sideboard and learn a little bit here. That would be nice. I love my new avatar, by the way. This guy is so cool. Wow, what a terrible... What is going on with these hands? Believe it or not, that's a lot better because we had the cram session, right? All right, let's do this. Let's do it, my friend. And it's mono green most likely, so Cram Session going to gain us some life, which is phenomenal. And what do we want to grab? Probably one of these, right? For the old growth trolls. We also got Vanishing Verse. Wouldn't mind trying to get a board sweeper off the top of my deck here. That'd be great. Shadow's Verdict preferably. Cram Session is so good, especially in these style of games, you know, with the mono whites, the mono greens. Cram Session really keeps us alive and keeps us going. All right, we'll probably need to find some green mana, so why not one of these? Got the Professor Onyx off the top, which can dig out a board sweeper, but not the way I would have wanted to do it, to be honest. We got our green source, but do I want to maybe not play that right now? Because we have the ability to play the Vanishing Verse at instant speed. Probably want to hit the Mammoth with the Vanishing Verse. Opponent's really going to struggle to do much against us right now at this point. We've got our 4 mana down, getting close to that Onyx, and we've got removal ready to go. And we've got 7 extra life to start the game off, so gonna struggle to really get that life total down, if I'm being honest. I got the Hive that can become a creature and block some of these little things, which is cool, but I have a feeling the big stuff's about to hit the board. That's big enough. Oh, and we top deck some more juice, baby. Let's go. Okay. More juice. Let's freaking do this, man. All right, so the werewolf does have ability to pump itself. Maybe they'll invest a mana into it. I would Vanishing Verse now pre-combat if they had the pack tactics active, but they're not going to be able to draw a card. They don't have enough power on board to draw a card, so I'm going to allow our opponent to actually declare their attackers first here, and then I'm going to Vanishing Verse. Hopefully they pump the 4 mana into the werewolf here. We'll go to the defensive steps so they think that they're good to go. They do not do that though. Fair enough. Fair enough. We take 2 more. We're still above our life total where we started, and we're about to drop an Onyx on mono green aggro. That feels pretty nice. To be completely honest and fair though, our opponent did not exactly hit the nut draw, but I still think we would have been okay, especially if we would have hit our good spells like board sweepers and whatnot. The Onyx is completely safe here because it's going to have 6 loyalty. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. I want the Verdict, right? But at the same time, Blood in the Snow hits more things, and if my Onyx does end up dying, I'll need that to bring it back. But I don't think it's going to die because we have nothing but 1/1s out on the battlefield right now. And they do run things with haste, so I mean, we might get got here. We'll see. If they drop a Vorinclex, actually they're only at 4 mana. I don't think they can. But there's the Frog Moth. Oh yeah, this creates mana, duh. There's the Frog Moth. All right. Ooh, and we got the Ellywick with no mana to cast it. Oh well, we'll take it for now. We're gonna need it, right?
I have impeccable study habits.
We'll be seeing you guys. How to throw away a Shadow's Verdict because we got it paired with the Blood in the Snow. That feels really bad because we want as many sweepers as possible, right? So interesting. So let's see if we can find another board sweeper here off the top, and then we could reduce to memory the Chariot. Wow, this is actually kind of annoying and tough because I really want this to cast my Ellywick next turn, but at the same time, this does get rid of the Chariot pretty clean. Tough decisions, but I think I have to go with that. Really tough.
Let's go digging.
Let's see how they attack here. I'm sure they're gonna just crew the Asika's Chariot, and before they can even declare attacker and copy anything, I'm gonna go and Vanishing Verse the Chariot, which means our Onyx survives another turn. Oh man, I want this for that now. All right, so it doesn't actually survive another turn because our opponent is going... Actually, it does survive. We have Faceless Haven, actually. We're good. We're totally fine here. We're going to kill one of their cats with the Faceless Haven. And then we're also going to Vanishing versus the Old Girl Troll. All right, very odd. Very, very odd decision by our opponent not to tap the Old Girl Troll to bring in the Asika's Chariot. How very, very odd was that? I don't know why they did that. I mean, am I crazy? That didn't seem like the right play, was it? All right, they got a Snakeskin Veil probably. Sure. Sure thing, friend. All right, you're still taking the 2 though. That's pretty cool for the finishing touch. But for now, let's go ahead and go to the deck and see what we can find. That's a good one, but so is this. Gosh dang it, man. They are testing me today with these draws, huh? All right, so I think what I'm gonna do... Gosh. Oh, you know, I can get back Ellywick. What am I saying? That's not that hard of a decision, actually, because we have an Ellywick in the bin.
I have impeccable study habits.
Here comes Ellie. Old Girl Troll goes on to land. We foretell this bad boy. That'll be our game winner. We venture into the dungeon. I'm still gonna go for the dungeon of the Mad Mage, even though I know we won't complete it because the game's almost over. But Mad Mage all day, baby. Let's go. All right, definitely gonna be our last game here. We're actually kind of pushing it on this one, but hopefully we can snag one more win. Get this ladder climb, man, popping. Let's get it popping, man. I think what I'm gonna do for the stream tonight is we're gonna play meta decks only. I have a feeling that's what I'm gonna end up doing because I really, really need to climb the ladder. I wouldn't mind tossing this one in the mix though, because it's pretty fun and it's winning some games, so we might just keep it in the mix. Got a good starting hand here, a lot of good removal, but it looks like we're up against a control style matchup. So if we're up against control, we're gonna need things to generate card value. Okay, never mind. They're gonna negate things like cram session. Interesting choice. I'm going to play this before this because if I top deck a green source, I can get Ellywick out on curve, right? So let's go that route. Most people would play the tap land first because they don't have a turn 3 play really. But if I would have tap decked another forest there, I could have played that out. So that's why we went that route. So our opponent's running negates, so this is going to be about as annoying as a deck can possibly get for us to play against. This does avoid a Jawari Disruption, but not exactly another negate, so let's find out what they got. We have no cards foretold. I would have figured they would have foretold if they had saw it coming, right? So this might be the ultimate worst nightmare for us to go up against because our opponent seems like they are just running all the counters. We'll see. Oh, never mind. We resolve. I assume the rest of their hand is all removal. We'll see. So we know they're out of counters now, at least until they top deck the next card. We'll see if it's a counter. We might want to just slam the Starnheim honestly right away. With the fact that we know that they're not running, you know, they don't have any counters in hand at the moment. The Doom. All right, we're gonna get rid of that. We're gonna get rid of that through the Expel / Vanishing Verse play. Gone for good, my friend. I hope they actually counter this. The more counters we can get out of their hand, the better. I know that might sound crazy, but kind of true though. Two, three. I can do this for 3 and still avoid a Jawari. I'm sure they've got a sweeper of some sort running black with snow mana. I'm sure it's going to be a blood in the snow. 2 to the top. They might have found a negate. they did not. Okay. But they definitely found the blood in the snow. We exiled their, what's the verdict? We exiled their dragon, so there's that. This is our last Ellywick already. Don't need that. Got to keep the value train rolling. I'm gonna keep the Haggard Mauling because they do have that land, the Hall of the Storm Giants out there, and I want to be able to do something about it. It's really annoying. I think we're going up against an exact deck that's like built to beat me, so this may be tough. What a top deck though. In this matchup, this is what we need right here. We need more of this. Oh yes, let's go. Let's go. We definitely lose this battle if we're going to go back and forth with lands because they had the Hall of the Storm Giants, but it looks like they got the flunks, so we're going to get them to pull that out of their hand, and then, gosh darn, it's one card against one card, really. I have my Vanishing versus their flunk. They've got the land, though. The land is really what's going to end up winning us, our opponent, the game here. Part of me wants to play this now just to see what that last card they pulled was. See what they top decked. Graven Lore, but of course it was another Graven Lore. Why wouldn't it be? The best card they can have in this situation. Unbelievable. Well, we get the pick of the litter now. The pick of the litter. All right, we're gonna. I don't know why they haven't been attacking us with that Hall of the Storm Giants. I think maybe they forgot they had it or something. I may eat my words though right now. Nope, they still don't attack with it. Free 7 damage. Way too late, my guy. You skipped your attack step already. And if I only had one more land here, I could just kill this, but it has ward 4. Or is it 3? Oh, it's ward 3. Would you look at that? They missed the attack step. They just throw it out there on the end step, and then I'm able to just free kill. Alright, their flunk is no good here. We got to see what they top decked, really. Interesting. Cram Session. I think Starnheim is obviously the play here, but Cram Session is very interesting. What's left of my sideboard? That's good here. We could get the Confront the Past is pretty good. Mascot Exhibition closes out games as well. I'm going to play this. I don't think we're going to need the Haggard Mauling at this point anymore. And the land could be really helpful down the line. So we're going to see what's up here. I hope that's not a Allrun's Epiphany, but you never know. It might be.
I am never defenseless.
Okay. Why not? 3 Shadows Verdicts. What is that about? All right, well, we got the Onyx on the board. I mean, I think we're going to start taking over this game here a little bit. I think this game's going to be over soon, man. If they don't answer this Onyx here in the next couple of turns, we might even be able to get off the ultimate here. They drew a lot of cards there, though. Let's be real. That was pretty big time. No answer yet, huh? No answer yet. Let's just create 2 of these bad boys here, huh? 2, and then that leaves mana open for foretelling to poison the cup and then leaving Vanishing Verse up. That seems pretty cool. Seems pretty cool to me. So we got some bodies now to block with. Got some bodies to block with. We've got the Vanishing Verse for the Mordenkainen, right? Let's not pass the turn just yet. Let's see what they do here. I might actually Vanishing Verse the Mordenkainen now, so they can't draw cards. You know what I mean? No cards for you, sir. It does kind of leave me a little susceptible here because if they can somehow kill my Angel, then they'll be able to attack with that 6/6 into Onyx, which is kind of our game-winning plan here. So that does scare me a little bit. Okay, they have it. Okay, well, it does make their dog a little weaker though. That's for sure. All right, Onyx is back down to 2 loyalty, but you know what? Onyx is still alive. The fact that Onyx is even still alive at this point in the game is pretty phenomenal, but we were 1 turn away from winning the game, which kind of sucks. We got Poison the Cup ready to go. Cram Session, nice. This will be a big life gain for us. At the same time, it'll find us some more win con. 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 7 mana, so we can actually get a mascot exhibition right now. I think we ate up all their counters early on. We might have seen every negate in their hand. Who knows? Oh, and just as I say it, we get countered. I did not expect that. Oh, brother. Oh, we might have lost the game because of that play. Because now we got a little greedy. Now we can't protect the Onyx. Shoot. Let's go here. It's a lot easier to see what's in my deck. 3 Blood in the Snow still, though. So getting back an Onyx is not out of the realm of possibility. Plus, we're just peppering them with damage still right now with these Faceless Havens, so. But they got another Poison the Cup, sure. How are they going to scry here, though? That's a big question. We have 31 life, by the way. FYI. I played that so greedy, though, bro. Like, we could have easily sat back, protected the Onyx, and, you know, kept it for another follow-up turn, and just kind of pinged them to death with all these, you know, spells. But instead, I got greedy and wanted to put the nail in the coffin a little too fast. No attack. They are baffling me. I guess it's because they want to block the Faceless Haven. I guess that makes a little bit of sense, but still. Vanishing versus cool. I mean, it does kill stuff. I just don't know if it's the card I want. I may regret that too. That may be my greed talking, and it sure bites me in the butt. There we go. All right. I had a feeling that was going to land, though, because our opponent did leave back that 6/6 dog, which tells me they probably didn't have an answer for the Haven. Expel. All right. Poison the Cup. Sure. That was their top deck, guys. Like, come on. That was their top deck. Unreal, man. Unreal. They will not go into the night quietly. So we foretold, or we threw 3 of the cards here at the bottom of the list, and we still got 3 Blood in the Snow, so our odds of getting that is very, very high. Cram Session could be cool too. I think I put it at the bottom of the deck though, didn't I? No, I didn't. Cram Session could be cool because Cram Session would allow us to go to the sideboard, and then I could get my Planeswalker back that way. I have a lot of really good cards here. Just gotta find them. Just gotta find him. Saw it coming? Why not? Why not? Those humiliates are so good because, like, the fact that I can force, you know, counters out of their hand in a control matchup is so big time. All right. Do we dare try it? I think we have to try it, right? I'm thinking about getting Ellywick, but that would be so silly, right? That might be one of the sillier plays I make. Disdainful Stroke. Okay, so we're running Saw It Coming, Negate, and Disdainful Stroke at this point. Man, I really made this a very difficult matchup for us, didn't I? I could have easily won this game. A little disappointed in myself from getting too greedy, man. Gotta be smarter, man. I gotta be smarter. Well, we got unlimited answers for that bad boy. Let's see if we can't draw a couple of counter spells out of our opponent's hand here. It taps, becomes susceptible. Let's go for the exile first. Because I know our opponent's got to be running Blood in the Snow, right? So getting these things back is kind of what they want. But at the same time, too, I really want to scry, which is why I decided to go with this second. Starnheim and Blood. I'm going to go for Blood first, and then we'll try to finish the game with Starnheim if we can't get back a Planeswalker here. I mean, that resolved really fast, so I know our opponent's not going to counter it this time. So I'm definitely getting back the Onyx. It's just a matter of, like, Okay, so they're gonna get back their doom, which is fine because we're gonna blood in the snow on the same you know. All right, so yep, Onyx, Celestia Onyx.
The essence
Yep.
of life is inseparable from the
So they're gonna have to kill both the Onyx and this one Angel because this is gonna deal 2 damage to our opponent here based on the fact that we just played a spell. There's lethal in the Angel, and if they kill the Angel, great, they're not at lethal, but then the Onyx is still out there to, you know, take damage from. Double crippling fear. They've got quite the annoying deck, I can't lie. And they have an answer for, oh my lordess. Oh, they're not gonna like me for this one. They're not gonna like me for that one.
Witherbloom is just as
That's unfortunate. 10 cards left in the deck. Baleful Mastery. I could Baleful Mastery my own Onyx for 2. That's something I could do, but just need a, oh, there it is. Cram Session. I was gonna say I just need 1 spell. Cram Session is the one that actually came to my mind the most. There's the game. GG's to my opponent. What an annoying game that was. Holy cow. Long games too. So let's go ahead and finish this out with some final thoughts quickly. Peace. That's gonna do it for today's video, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and you know, staying with me all the way through the end of this video. I really appreciate that. The deck, man, the deck is so much fun. It's phenomenal. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you guys right now. Ladder climbing the last week has been probably the hardest I've ever had in my entire life, and that's why we're kind of revisiting decks that I already built, at least in this previous video. I ran out of time for recording. I needed to play something I knew would be good, and the ABZAN Ellie list I remember being really good, so I wanted to revisit that and try some new cards in it, and that's why we chose this one. It's because the ladder climb has been absolutely destroying me. The meta is really solidified right now, and making things that are uncommon and janky, you know, you can only do so many of them before you kind of run out of ideas, and you got to replay some of the same stuff, shifting just a couple of cards. So that's where we're at right now, unfortunately. But guess what? On the 16th, we have new cards coming. By the way, that's my birthday, which is awesome. I'm going to try my best to see if I can get off work for that day. It would be phenomenal, but probably not going to happen. Anyways, the deck was phenomenal. Loved it. I knew it was going to be good because I loved it before. And as far as changes that I would make, I really like this deck a lot. I don't know if I do have a whole lot of changes I would make. I really love the introduction to the Shadow's Verdict. I think it was really nice for the deck. I think this is a really great card. Shadow's Verdict, I'm sorry, the Starnheim Unleashed is really phenomenal too, as you saw against the Is It Dragons, but I do get a little fearful that it's not always going to be there for us for those Is It Dragons, you know, games. But I mean, I really don't have a whole lot I would change to this deck, if I'm being completely honest. I've tuned this thing to the end of the earth, and I really like where it's at. I think I'm having a really good time with it. I'm gonna leave it up to you guys. If you guys have any sort of suggestions, ideas on how to make the deck better, if you guys enjoyed it, if you guys have some ideas based on the fact that you ran our previous list and maybe you've made it your own by now and you've made some changes and edits to it, let me know if they've been working out for you, and if I'm running anything similar, or if you guys have any better ideas. But to all of you who've made it this far in the video, huge shout out to you guys. I want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. You guys help this channel so much by staying this long into the video, because YouTube loves to see that. They love the algorithm stuff, all that good stuff. It's pushing my videos out to more people when you stay this long, so thank you. And lastly, before you guys get out of here, huge shout out to the Marty Mob. As always, my Marty Mob will be on the screen. Really appreciate you guys for everything you do and all the love and support you show my channel every single day. And I hope you guys got a chance to see the pack opening video. I hope you enjoyed the box, and we've made some really good pulls on that thing, man. So enjoy, and hopefully we'll get an Innistrad box a lot sooner this time around when it comes out, and we'll pop that for you guys as well. So a lot of videos to come, and I appreciate all you guys, man. Let's get to 5K. That's the next goal, guys. 5,000 subs. If we could do it by the end of the year, I would be shocked, but that is the goal. We're gonna set the bar high. Okay, so have a great day. Hope to see you guys tonight on the live stream. If not, hope to see you Friday back here for the next video. Till next time, guys. Peace.
Hit him 3 times like a hat trick. The name is Fizzy, no Patrick. If you play him, then it's tragic. Hit him with the mythic, yeah, that's magic. Yeah, TG, that's what you'll see if you like and subscribe. With the upload, man, all of the time. Coming with the best decks, this is the meta. This ain't cheap, yes.